Hello there, and welcome back to EU4 Korea. I just received a royal marriage offer from Ming, which I will accept. With a Queen Consort 554, and one from Yeren. I'll accept that as well. Now, I also just did complete a mission. I built to my force limit. Any growing country must maintain a reasonably sized army. By expanding our forces, we can both further our political interests abroad and stimulate our domestic economy. It increases my morale by 5% and reduces maintenance modified by 5% for 25 years. That's because that last unit kicked in. Now, unfortunately, Ming just started another war. So now they won't help me with Jianshao until they've... Who do they declare war with? The Oirat. Okay. It's a bit upsetting. They were ready to join a war. That's Haix's war with Jianshao is over. I find that a bit frustrating, Ming. I wanted to use you in a war. Well, I guess I'll just need to wait a bit. Caution have insulted me. That's not very nice. Might just get that castle turned back on. So I can start manning it properly. Alright, now I gotta wait for them to finish what they were doing, don't I? Yuan won't get involved because of the attitude towards the enemies, and it would destabilize them for some reason. Well, it looks like Chagatai just wiped out a lot of Oirat. That war shouldn't take too long. I can get back to my task at hand. We invest in new technology, admin tech. Might as well do it now before the penalties kick in. Admin tech 4, temples. Housing the machinery of government is as important as the machinery itself, and one should never forget of the importance of religion when doing so. So I can now build a temple. And temples increase local tax modifier, so they're good. Another one. Diplotech 4, okay. I'll take that too then. Level 4, marketplace. Creation of legal and regional infrastructure in order to promote trade will not only encourage commerce but also allow us to better tax it. So it increases my trade range and I can now build a marketplace. Now I can build one of these buildings if I wanted to. While Ming's doing its thing. Bit of market, a trade thing in Gyeongju would be nice. It'll increase my trade power quite a lot. So I might build that now. And I can get my next military tech, which just kicked in. It's pretty good timing. I'm about to start the war. Military tech 4, Pike Square. Throughout the Middle Ages, cavalry's dominance was being challenged by disciplined pikemen. In battles such as Bannockburn or the Golden Spurs, cavalry was defeated by pikes. A combination of improved training and discipline and the addition of swordsmen to provide close combat support has raised his formation to the peak of its efficiency. So a boost to military tactics and land morale. Okay. Well, Ming's War's still going. And to keep waiting for them. Get another claim. I might as well put a claim on Ferdinand along the coast. See 4 claims. Once Mongolia are finished. Oh, Yeren. Who are the Yerens at war with? Aixi. They're trying to claim that last bit of land. Alright, so Ming's war is over and they've gobbled up a lot of Mongolia and the Oirat. Will they join in a war? They will. Choose which is the most expensive province. Hunkan is. So I'll make that my war goal. And I'll call in Ming. Right. War has been declared. I'll get a military leader just to help out. Actually, I probably should bring in my trading ships so they don't get attacked. I can't even unmothball my galleys. Use them if I need to. Yeah, they've got a bit of an army right on my doorstep. I'm kind of hoping that Ming's army will get here nice and soon. They're on the way. Because they're kind of outnumbering me, number-wise, until Ming get here. As long as I hold on to this province, that's all that really matters. Yeah, they're getting closer. I'll move up. They should look like they're retreating now. Just gotta keep a close eye on my units so I don't get hit. It's also a siege. And they're going to get me, I think. So I'm going to pull out of this siege until I get some reinforcements. But I'll take my province back. Alright, so I've recommenced the siege in Hong Kong. Hopefully I'll get some support from some of their units to speed up a little bit. Looks like they're focusing on taking out Cauchin first. Khan is sending money to my enemies. Don't know if I really appreciate that. My galley fleet's back at full strength. There's no real point sending my navy out. They're not going to achieve much. You don't get many points for winning naval wars as opposed to land wars. Well, Ming's definitely doing their job. Man, they really ate up the Oirat Mongolia, didn't they? My concern is they're going to push me out of the whole area. Alright, there's the siege of Jianshao done. The Renaissance. Travelers speak of a great rebirth of old ideals in faraway lands. It is hard to treat such rumors seriously though. According to the reporters, great secrets have been uncovered by thinkers of this Renaissance. The Renaissance isn't a good thing in Asia because it just means the costs of all my technologies increase slowly over time. As it takes a while for all these ideas, which usually spawn in Europe, to come over. So that's why I'm going to take the techs as they come, as quick as I can. And once the penalties get too severe, then I will focus more on national ideas, because they don't suffer the same penalties. Sale of titles. My lord, one of your advisors has suggested selling off titles of nobility to anyone who can afford to pay. It could bring in lots of money and open a way for social advancement for the rich if we do, but it would devalue the idea of nobility and perhaps upset the existing aristocratic families. Should we do this? I can gain 30 ducats, which isn't much, or a free stability point. I think I'll take that. Nobility cannot be bought. I think anytime you get a free nobility point, it's hard to argue with. Now I can enforce our heritage and national decision. Our faith is the honoured way of our ancestors. We cannot allow foreign faiths to encroach on our traditions. So using more missionary strengths, but lowers my tolerance of heathens. The missionary power is always pretty good to have. Only a couple of provinces left. And with that massive rebel army just appearing in Gideon, and a war score of 96%, I think now's a good time to sue for peace. Obviously, what I want most is Hetu Allah, the province. Now Ming does want some claims for this war, so I can give them Cheha. That makes them happy. One province enough to keep them on side. I can take a lot of money, which would be good for some buildings. Take some war reps. I can take a humiliation, which will give me 41 power projection. That'll give me a little boost for a while. I feel like a couple more provinces might be a better idea. Especially Gideon, given that's the trade node. It'd be a very useful province to own. So I could take those 3 provinces with some war reps. Get them to revoke claims on my provinces. And I'll take a bit of money. Alright. I think that is a pretty good deal, although Those separatists might be an issue, actually. Maybe I don't want Gidding. Maybe I'll take Hun Kun instead. Yeah, I don't want to deal with a 20,000 strong separatist army straight away. Okay, let's go with that. Send the demand. An everlasting victory. So just to summarize that one. So Jian Shao ceded those 3 provinces to me, which are now, were called Hetu Ala, Jian Shao, and Hun Kun, are now called Boyo, Gyeongju, and Ryongwon. Korching ceded the province to Ming to keep Ming happy. They renounced claims on 2 of my provinces, which should make the province work better. Jiansha are going to pay me 10% income every month as war reps. What else? There's some money involved, I thought. Yes, 225 ducats paid to me. And I gain 13 prestige and 24 power projection. So I think that was a pretty good war. So I make sure I stay away from this massive separatist army, which hopefully won't be an issue for me. I don't need a castle there. Alright. Mothball my forts. I also completed a mission doing that. Conquer Hetu Ala. The nomads in the north pillage and ransack our villages. Fabricate a claim on their territory and then drive them out. So I've done that. And it gives me 15 prestige, 50 admin power, and permanent claims on 4 provinces. Hang on, I did 2 missions, did I? Oh. Conquering Hun Kun was a secondary. Is the next one in line for that. And I've already done that. So the nomads continue their raids. Their territory once belonged to the Goguryeo Empire, but by extension, it should belong to us. Now it does. So that gets me 15 prestige, 50 admin power, and permanent claims on an area and a province. So that worked out very well. Call my new provinces. Rebel factions, a little bit of an issue. Hopefully I'll be able to sort that out. Jiansha's taking care of their own separatists, which is good for me. It means I don't need to get involved. I'll get my ships back out, protecting their trade nodes. And I can build a couple of new buildings. Focus on trade first. No real other good trade spots for building. There's a good few tax locations. Province of Gwangju is a very good tax option. And Hanseong, which I believe is the capital. And lastly, Jeonju. Is down here. So I'll build 3 new temples with the money I got from that war. Now, corruption is growing, and that's just due to overextension. Now, these separatists are actually quite large. I'd spawn an army up to 16,000 if they pop, so I do want to make sure that's avoided. And send those 3 new provinces. If it gets too close, I can just lower or increase autonomy at the end. And it'll control that situation. Alright, well I think that might do for this episode. Completed 2 missions at once, which worked out well. Stole a bit of land from Jian Shao. And we'll see where we go over here. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and hope to see you again next episode. Take care.